Hey sis, what's up? Today I'm coming at you with a video about my darn self. So I was talking about this on social media on let me just take a breather because last Friday was a nightmare at work. Okay? Yeah. So this case is about myself. And it's going to also teach you guys why you should never let no one stop your bags. So I was at work and we'll say it was roughly 2:15 in the morning. And I was helping out another worker because my area was done. It was complete. So hold on, let me get this camera together. Okay. My area was complete. So I was just being a team player and helping the other person. Minding my business, we get the work down, everything's back copacetic, things are going great. So I looked down at my watch, like so. I literally went like this. A supervisor comes and yells, "Could you get this tray?" So I'm like, okay, I was just looking at my time. She's like, "Oh, you're not supposed to have that in here anyway." I'm like, a watch? She's like, "Oh, like I said, pick up a tray." So at this moment, I could definitely blame it on the fact that I wasn't really having a good day. I was thinking to myself, I just don't want to be here. I was going through my own little trials and tribulations within myself, and I just wasn't really off my job. So I really wanted to go home. I don't know if I manifested that situation just from me being negative, but I was being super negative that night. I was in my own emotions, going through my own things. So long story short, I said to her, "Excuse me, please don't talk to me like I'm your child. That's rude and disrespectful." So she's like, "Oh, well then you could go home then." So I'm like, okay. So as I'm walking to go get my stuff to go clock out, she's walking behind me. "Call the police. Call the police. She not allowed in this building no more. Get her badge. Get her badge." I'm looking at her like, this lady is bat crack crazy. What is wrong with you? So I said to her, "I didn't even threaten you. I didn't do anything to you. So what's the point in..." Ooh. If you saw my tutorial on this wig, yeah, this is getting ready to get taken out. But you can actually see the color though. But back to what I was saying. I got off track. So she's like, she wants me out of there, period. So the lady, she's like, "Just give me your badge," and stuff like that. I'm like, "I'm not giving you my badge. I'm gonna fight for what I believe in. I did not do anything to this lady. It's not that I don't respect you or whatever the case may be. It's just that I don't believe she should have my ID. I don't trust her. I don't know what she's gonna do with my stuff." So I go to the office, and at this point, I'm breaking down crying. I'm tearing up. Tears are falling all on my mask. It's getting wet. And I run to one of my favorite supervisors, and I'm like, "Mr. White, what can be done? She's trying to get me fired. I didn't do anything, And he's like, "Well, what's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, she started yelling at me for no reason because I looked at my watch and I was helping someone else. It wasn't even my area to be helping, but because he was getting overflowed with mail and partials, I went over there to help him." So he's like, "Oh, let's call the union." So we get the union. Immediately when she walks up, I see the union and the top head honcho of the building. He's walking out. So she's like, "Yeah, you." Because, she already done told everybody in the office, by walkie-talkie that I was the problem, when she know darn well she's the problem, right? So they coming towards me, and she's like, "First of all, pull up your mask." I'm like, okay, I'm crying. I'm crying, tears just flowing down my face, and she's like, "What happened?" So I explained to her what happened, and she's like, "That's not the story she gave us. She said she yelled at you because you didn't have a mask on." I said she's lying. That I don't know why she yelled at me. I don't understand what's going on. So the head honcho, he's like, "Oh, well, this, you know, when they ask for your badge, you give it to them. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so sick of this. Is what I said to him. I said, I'm so sick of everybody at this job. They have mental issues. He's like, oh, I don't want to hear it. And he walks off. Whatever. You know, he obviously can't deal with female emotions because I'm very emotional. I'm a woman, you know? So I'm like, here, just take my badge. I can't do this no more. So Mr. White, he's looking at me like, he don't want me to leave because he knows I'm a good worker. He knows I'm not hard to get along with or anything. I follow directions and I am a team player. But it was just so much. I'm like, you know what? At that point, I just quit. All my hard work, years of working there, I finally get a promotion. I'm doing good. I'm working towards my other dreams in life, you know, because this job is just, you know, for right now to get me to where I need to go, you know? And I literally was getting ready to throw it away. So I storm, I go outside, I'm on the phone with my boyfriend. I'm just going off. Like, I'm sick of these people, this, that, third, right? And I'm going off. A lady that known me for years was like, excuse me, I remember you. Leia, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, talking to me and stuff like that. She's like, oh no, I'm not gonna let you go out like that. You worked hard for this, that, and third. You know, it got taken from you before. You know, you got it back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm crying. I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, just give me your number and I'm gonna call you and let you know what happened. So she ended up pulling some strings and got people to like calm down, and I was able to come back to work the next morning. Well, the next evening. Let me tell y'all, right? I get there and now the lady wants to have a meeting with me. She's still lying about this mask thing. She's like, yeah, you know you're not supposed to be in this building, right? She's like, yeah, it's just for now. The case isn't over. So in my head, I'm like, this lady is back crack crazy. Like literally, she's not even from my shift. Why are you even talking to me? Like, it's freaking weird. So she's like, yeah, and it's because I'm going to call code enforcement, let them know you wasn't following the rules and the regulations because you didn't have on your mask. I said, I had on my mask. Everyone in here knows I never come in here without my mask. I take COVID very seriously and I don't play with my health. So that's a lie. She's like, yeah, I said what I said. It's cameras. I said, yeah, and they can run those cameras back. So the supervisor, he's like, don't even argue with her. You know, if you had your mask on. And then the union's like, you know, she has to prove you didn't have your mask on. I'm like, yeah, because it's a whole lie. I have my mask. I don't know what's her problem. And she's like, maybe she's mad at your hair color. I'm like, you know what? Maybe she is. And that's what I want to get into right now. Never let nobody stop your bag, right? If I would have been so crazy and, you know, let my emotions get the utmost power over me, and I would have freaking freaked out, cursed everyone out, oh, F you and F you and F you. Guess what would have happened? I would have proved them right. Like, because no. It's not worth it. Like, it really isn't worth it. Like, after crying, I went home, I cried, I drove around for a while. I didn't even go to bed until like 11 in the morning because I was so upset. And I'm just like, why do people keep attacking me? Like, because when the devil wants to attack you, it will come. The energy will come because it's a spirit. It will come through people that's around you. I have been doing great. I have been working on myself and my spirituality. And I notice when I'm doing so good, I get tested by the people that's closest to me, whether it's family. Excuse me. I don't really have friends. So, you know, my acquaintances and, you know, people that I know of or whatever, it'll be like the littlest thing, you know? So, moral of the story is, don't let nobody stop your bag. Don't let nobody stop your bag. Don't let them get you so upset to where you're willing to just give up everything you worked hard for and let them win, sis. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Do not let them win. That's what I learned last week. And it was really hard on me that day. It was super hard on me, so much that it made me cry. And I had to realize maybe something's going on with that lady, you know, that I don't know about. Maybe she's going through something she's not telling anyone. Maybe she doesn't like herself. It probably has nothing to do with me. you know, and here I am willing to give up on something that I freaking deserve and that God said I can have because of me putting in the work. I put in the work. With everything I do, I put in the work. It might be slow progress, it might be slow success, but I get that S. I get that success. And you should too, sis. So I hope this video shows you to keep pushing, keep going after your dreams, stay strong. You know, at times it might not feel like you have support because, you know, we all feel that way. I even feel that way. I don't have a huge line of supporters backing me up, reposting me, tweeting out my name, you know, sharing things that I'm into, you know, basically investing in me, buying stuff just because they rock with me. Some people are not that blessed to have that, you know. We're just blessed enough with the drive and the ambition to keep going, and then the stranger's gonna come in and they're gonna be that. You heard? So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I'm here with my no makeup on, you know. I'm like, I gotta shoot Hey Sis today. I have to squeeze it in my schedule because I want to stay on top of my schedule for Wednesdays, period. Okay, I'm at the dentist's office, actually just got my teeth cleaned. About to go set up because soon I will be getting my braces, and I will be filming when I get that because that's a milestone for me. It's the straight teeth for me. Coming soon. Yes, Leah Sharman. Listen, it's up and it's stuck. We ain't letting nobody in 2021 and forward stop our bags. We're going to fight against the evil, the negativity, and we going to win, sis. And if you down with it, post a diamond, comment a diamond on my comments. If you're a part of the diamond crew, the gems, you feel me? I got a tat on my neck. We diamonds over here. Rihanna Flow. And we gonna shine. Period. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Peace. I'm out.